Hi, my name is David Paniagua, and I'm recording this video for the purposes of the assignment, which was the disposition survey that we were asked to complete. Just a little bit about myself. I am bivocational. I work as a New York City public school teacher in the city of Queens, or in the borough of Queens, rather. I am also a pastor at Refuge Church. I'm the lead pastor there and the associate pastor at Jesus Christ, the Deliverer. Upon taking this survey, I realized that there were many areas, many dispositions that I felt strongly about. However, there was one specific area where I feel that I fell short and that I needed to work on. But as we go down the list, I'll give you just a small description as to why I feel that I either strongly agree or strongly disagree. So, for the first disposition, educators should believe that all students can learn and should set and support realistic expectations for student success. I strongly agree with that. I think that as us as educators, we have to put our best foot forward and try to reach students and give our best efforts. Educators should be sensitive to individual learning and social needs of students and embrace the cultural diversity of the community. To me, that is what made me fall in love with teaching, when my teachers made learning both fun and interactive and relevant. A small testimony: one of my teachers, when I was in fifth grade or fourth grade, I don't remember, I had wrote in one of our writing assignments a quarter water. And for those of you that may not know what a quarter water is, for us is just a small bottle of water, which in reality it was a juice, and that's what we called it in our neighborhood. She didn't understand what it was. So versus her investigating what it was, she just told us that it wasn't called that. And we all found that so interesting, because all the kids from the neighborhood that were in the same class, we were like, something so simple, like, you don't know what a quarter water is? And we thought that was amazing. Educators should promote social justice and equity, maintain appropriate standards of confidentiality, and exercise fairness in all areas, including assessment. So for this one, I chose that it was undecided. I was undecided. The part that kind of threw me off was the social justice part. I understand that being confidential as a teacher and all of that other and all those other aspects are very important. However, the social justice piece for me is a little bit gray, only because oftentimes we want to provide a safe space for our students. So in promoting certain values, although important, I think that there is a place where we should have a neutral ground where everyone should feel included, and we kind of for a few moments stray away from certain inequalities that we may be exposed to in our everyday lives. However, as teachers, I think that we have the moral responsibility to denounce anything that may oppress specifically certain marginalized groups, or certain groups in general. So that's an area that I'll definitely be working on as I move in my professional or in my career. The next, educators should exercise sound judgment and ethical behavior. Yes, across the board. I think that goes for the highest holding office to the lowest holding office. I think we all have to do all that we do with excellence. Educators should promote and support curiosity and encourage activity inquiry. Strongly agree. I think it's very important that we do what we do with the best intentions, and with that also comes and grabs students' attention, as I mentioned earlier, trying to be relevant. Educators should model integrity by their words and actions. Yes, be imitators of me as I am of Christ. Yes. Educators should demonstrate professional friendliness, warmth, genuine caring. Strongly agree. I think that is another area that I think that oftentimes we fall short of, because of all the things that we are exposed to, because of all the things that we may be going through in our daily living. However, if we learn to put those things to the side, and embrace our students, and I think that it's something, there's a nature to that relationship. Both you and them depend on one another. You depend on them because they help you forget about those things that are kind of tying you down. And they depend on you because you are their teacher, and you, they're looking for a support system. Um, Teachers understand the effect of community involvement and servant leadership as it applies to the welfare of others in the educational setting. Yes, I agree with that. Teachers should be involved in their community. I think that it becomes, again, I'm going to use the word relevant, whenever a teacher and the student interact outside of the confines of a classroom. I think it's important that the teachers become not only a model inside of the classroom or inside of the school building, but outside as well. Because those practices ensure that students are have a high standard to follow. Uh, Educators should be committed to the profession of teaching and learning. Yes, I strongly agree as well. Um, Educators have to participate in professional developments, always strive for better. And I think we can piggyback and learn off of some electronic companies, or for instance, like the iPhone. The iPhone didn't stay with an iPhone one. I don't even know if that's a thing, but they didn't stop at iPhone 1. There was that intuition, that desire to keep seeking, to keep going forward. Something a celebrity said in an interview that I saw. They mentioned how, we can't go to the store and buy an iPhone 4, because that was the iPhone 4. So that lets us know that there's a level of innovation. And as teachers, we have to always constantly innovate and provide. So these are the dispositions that I found that are not only dear to me, but also that were very relevant and useful to make me a successful teacher, and highlighting that one area where I need to kind of dig deep and pull and find creative ways where I can address that area of social justice within the classroom. So this is my video. I hope it answers all the questions and all the prompts. And thank you, and God bless.